Hello guys, Barbizone here, and today we're gonna go for the Imola Grand Prix. Now there's going to be this humming noise in the background once again. It is a bit like cooler than yesterday, so it won't be as bad. Hopefully it won't be as bad. So with this now said, now we're going to the activity timeline to manage our activities a bit. As always, the simulator training, which usually takes 2 days, is going to be as close as you can to the weekend for maximum performance of the driver and for the most time. Maybe if it can go for the next Grand Prix too. So R&D wise and things like that, customization I will just check that too. But be there. This reminded me of Williams, something like Williams. So driver market checking just like that. Checking how much Oscar Piastri costs right now, 1.5 million. So we can afford to make a facility spec 1 on the chassis. But now let's look on the R&D for the aerodynamics. First of all, we check for the aerodynamics and then the chassis. We will do the quality control because if we can't get the parts, then how you get the point. If we do the quality control, the failure chance will be slimmer and the parts will come here with higher chance. So I think you know. So with that, now like that, we have spec 1. It came here quite fast. And I'm looking for something that will not make us bankrupt on R&D, and it was a central under tray. It didn't cost much, some about 300 R&D points that I saw. Now advance, but we have a marketing department event, and finally we choose our rival. Now McLaren did very bad in the last race. I think they did worse than us. Well, we didn't do bad, but I think we did bad. But Pierre Gasly's car is more to R, but I think McLaren is like that too. So we are paying Daniel Ricciardo. We are expecting Ricciardo to be slower than Norris. Not both like in real life. Then Ricciardo will be slower. And as we advance, we get everything. Not a single thing has failed. Everything that we wanted for this weekend has come in. Everything came with no failure. So I think this is going to be a great weekend, and we're going to check for some more parts to buy with our R&D. But now Pirelli Hot Laps. I'm going to choose the checkpoint challenge I've done in the Pirelli Hot Laps menu, and we do it quite easily. I think we're gonna get that checkpoint too, and we do get it. But whatever we do right now is just a small waste of time, so we're gonna do a 360 round here just for fun. And this was a Pirelli Hot Lap. We got gold. And now on to qualifying. But first of all, we're going to change our parts because the ICE and something else I think was quite worn out. Well, the ICE, yes, it is worn out as you're seeing right here, and the gearbox is quite worn out. Now I don't know if we are going to take a penalty. I don't know the regulations for the gearbox in 2022, but I know that it was 6 races that we needed to make in a gearbox. So yeah, going to be quite weird, but hopefully it won't be like something huge. Hopefully, if it is a penalty, it isn't huge. If it is, But now we are going on to qualifying. Qualifying now, we're now 10th by the early days, and we're in P20 right now. So this is showing how much it is when it is early days. Don't matters, 1.5 second improvement, we're 11th. We're going for another lap. We are now in 17th place. We're improving by by almost another second. But we quite lose that time, and it's only by 8 tenths. All this cost us though for Q2, and we are 17th. Maybe this is a real pace, because we did the newcomer, and maybe this 10th, but that 1/10 that we lost has knocked us out. But now, and we're going for the sprint race. I think I didn't show the starting thing where David Crofty just talks. It is on the sprint, so I don't think we care much about it, but I spun on the formation lap and something weird happened. We were in the back of the grid, and this is how it went. I don't know exactly what to do, but this is it. Here we are. 5 lights are out, and we are underway for the Imola Grand Prix. And we have a fantastic start. Maybe not even a perfect one. It is so good start that we catch up to 11th place, and we crash onto Magnussen. We crash onto Magnussen and break in front wing. So the thumbnail was a bit of a clickbait because I crashed onto Alonso. Well, we get overtaken during the virtual safety car. We get overtaken during the virtual safety car. Now, this is really weird, because, you know, I think we all know the rules. During yellow flags with a virtual safety car and a safety car are in yellow flags, you are not allowed to overtake. And I just got overtaken twice. But we're going to leave that now in the past. It has happened, so we will forget about it. Now we are in P15, yes. Snowda is right behind us with Albon just behind Snowda. And we are trying to do our best to gain some ground, but we can't quite make it, can we? You are so slow on the wets. It's just unbelievable how slow we are. You just can't imagine how slow we are, because you can already see Schumacher, which I think his car is a bit better than ours, is already 2 seconds ahead of us. So I am really slow in the wet. It's my first time driving in the wet, and we spin. We go to the gravel trap and we spin. And this is probably our sprint race, and we just go a bit ahead the same lap. We just spin again here, and yeah, this is our sprint race over. I don't think there's going to be a safety car, except something big happens, and this is why we are going to retire the session in a bit. Here is Latifi, and we are going to retire in the pits. Almost sped into the pit lane, and we are retiring.
Welcome once again to the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari. The clue's in the name. This is very much Ferrari home turf, and the locals will be out in force today to support their team in what we hope will be a magnificent spectacle of motorsport. On then to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. One lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula One circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track. 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. It's Carlos Sainz in pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, George Russell, and Norris. Ocon, Ricciardo, Bottas, and Guan Yu Zhou. Magnussen, Fernando Alonso, Yuki Tsunoda, and Mick Schumacher. Vettel, Gasly, Alex Albon, and Lance Stroll. Oscar Piastri, the owner driver. Perez, they've taken a grid penalty, and Nicholas Latifi. And now it's time to head down to the track. It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat is Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching out for as they head into turn 1?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn 1 as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
Map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
Okay, so we are in P20. Perez is actually ahead of us. No, he's not ahead of us. And why are we in P20? Well, oh yeah, I just remembered why. Latifi and Perez DNF'd before me? That's why. And we're now just managing our strategy. And we're going to start the race formation lap. We're just going to gloss over it. We're just going to gloss over the formation lap. I do as always my tapping the throttle bit. I don't know, but why I like it, I don't know why. But yeah, formation lap we're going to skip. It takes time. I want to make this video as short as possible. The start I missed. I don't know what happened, but I now realize that the start was missing. I haven't deleted a vid. I haven't deleted anything. This is surely how it has recorded. PS4 can do some weird things quite sometimes. But we're now overtaking Piastri, and we are now on to 16th place. Really sorry for that start miss thing, but it's going to be there on the next episode. And safety car, and Sainz has done a Sainz is in the gravel trap, and Sainz I think will have maybe his father drive with. Well, maybe that's too many jokes, but Sainz has done Sainz. and we are now going to on in the box, and we got a good pit stop, but our, our rear tire, our rear left tire, they could not get it out. Well, I am going to show a replay of what exactly happened. Here we are, turning in. The game shows the best camera action. We zoom in and you can see that the rear left tire could not get out, and this has cost us a bit, but it is a safety car, so we don't mind it. And this is the end of the safety car. Vettel is ahead of us. Restart is now, we do now the restart, but for some reason we are so slow. This video is before the patch. I don't think the patch has fixed the straight line speed the AI have, because I saw what they have fixed, and it wasn't there. Yellow flags, and Perez is slow once again. He's retiring. He's having anti-Vettel. We dive down Vettel and he squeezes us onto the curb and we spin around. We just couldn't do anything there, and we spin once again. We've already done 8 laps, but I don't think anything else can happen. This is going to be our worst race in our career. 10 seasons. Even if we do 10 seasons, this is going to be our worst race. Just, I don't know. I'm retiring. Just, yeah. You're going to have the Imola Grand Prix in Season 2. Except if you guys really want to have it, then I am going to have it.
Let's see how the drivers' standings have changed. Our championship leader is still sat at the top of the standings, but their rivals have made up some solid ground today. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Well, you've put me in a bit of a tight spot today, but I think I'll go for Pierre Gasly. He kept a cool head under pressure and made the most of some difficult circumstances.
Let's move on to the constructors. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
A really bad weekend for us. Hoping that the next race, the 5th race of the season, will be much better. I think it was Miami and then Monaco, but I'm not really sure. We Jeffrey Racing are still in the same place, ahead of now 2 teams, please. But I've gotta end the video here. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and hit that red button to not miss out on any videos like this. Hopefully I'm going to post tomorrow if I have the time, so see you there on the Miami Grand Prix. Bye bye.